Good morning, everybody. This is the morning of December the 13th, 2023. 12/13/23. And back on Halloween Day, October 31st, we had some Mennonite neighbors move in next door to us. And they said that they were going to cut this tree down. And my other neighbor and I kind of scoffed and laughed and said, "Sure you are, sure," because they don't believe in chainsaws or any electric tools or anything. They don't believe in chainsaws, and they said, "Sure, we'll just cut it down by hand." And again, we just kind of thought, "Sure." Well, interestingly, my next door neighbor and myself were gone yesterday. Neither one of us were at home yesterday, so we missed the show. We missed the opportunity to see a team of men come up here with their handsaws and cut this tree. We are terribly sad that we missed something like this, because we would have never, ever imagined that they could have achieved this without a chainsaw. We don't know how many men were up here, and we don't know how many handsaws were used. So we don't know that. We don't know how many handsaws and how many men, but obviously it took a bunch of them, because this tree has got to be at least 200 years old, if not more. They say that if you count the rings, that you can tell how old a tree is if you count the rings. That's what I've always heard, that each one of these rings represents a year of growth. That's what I've always been told, that these rings represent a year of growth. So it may even be 300 years old, and considering our country, it's just 247. I think our country is 247 years old. Yes, the United States is 247 years old. So this tree actually may have been here when our country was formed. It certainly looks like it. Now, look at that. That's going to be, I hope they leave the stump. And because that's just going to be like a nice seat. I don't have AJ here with me to demonstrate just how big it is. He's in school, or on his way to school. He's on the school bus this morning. It's after 7 o'clock in the morning. He catches the bus I have to put my child on the bus at 6:15 in the morning. So he's not here to get up here and dance around on the tree stump to demonstrate just how big this is. It's a mammoth. I really want to believe that this tree is as old as our country. And it really would have been something. It would have been really something to see a team of men with handsaws on this tree. But my neighbor and I were not here to see that. So I can't get over, I don't even know what kind of wood this is. I have no idea what kind of wood this is, but they were wanting it for firewood, and well, firewood they have. Oh wow, I just tripped on a root here. I don't have any way of measuring, the diameter. I might try to get I don't even have a tape measure that big. And if you look at the limbs here, the limbs are as big as other trees. Like, that would have been interesting to see it come crashing down, because you could tell, you could see that it hit hard, because when it came crashing down, it went right into the ground. But like, that's a branch right there. That's a branch, and the branch is as big as a tree. As big as another tree. So the branches are as big as standard trees. Now you think about that. So when the tree came toppling down, those tree-sized branches went into the ground. So I'm sorry I missed the opportunity to see that. So we're going to walk around here, and that's going to be a lot of firewood. That probably they could make some furniture out of that too. And again, I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it looks like they could probably make some furniture over it and some firewood. They could probably, you know, salvage the branches for firewood, like these small branches, but like the big limbs, like you could make some good furniture out of that if you were in the woodworking business. So if they wanted firewood, they have firewood, that's for sure. It's gonna be a lot. In a way, it's kind of sad when you think about it. A tree with such history, a tree that has been here probably before our country. That's kind of sad when you think about it. But on the positive note, there won't be any leaves to rake up. This did produce a lot of leaves, so there won't be a whole lot of leaves to rake up anymore. But it does change the landscape. It's certainly, okay, just look how mammoth the body of this tree is. I mean, like, okay, so this is, if you can imagine when it was standing vertical, here's the center of the tree, the center of the weight. Now you look how mammoth that is. Oh, check that out down there. You see how it came crashing down and it splintered it. It completely splintered it. Look at that. That's just mammoth. It's got to weigh, well, I couldn't even guess. I couldn't even guess. I mean, probably a ton. I don't know. I couldn't even, I mean, it's obviously like a ton. I can't imagine the weight of the tree. It's really amazing that there was space for it to fall and come crashing down and not to destroy any buildings or anything. That's absolutely amazing. Well, that's going to be quite the cleanup. That's going to be quite the cleanup. It certainly changes the landscape, that's for sure. Alright, well, I just wanted you all to look at that before they start cutting it up. I want you to see how massive that tree is. Hope that was interesting to you today. Especially just thinking about how, again, I just can't get over that the tree is probably older than our country. I've never seen a tree that big. It's really a wonder that it wasn't on the historical register. All right, and on that note, you all have a great day, and thanks for watching my tree video.